The Kansas City Chiefs just sent a league-wide warning to the NFL that they're still one of the best teams in football, if not the best. There's some good ones in the AFC, don't get me wrong. The Ravens, the Bills, right? What I thought was the Steelers. But the Chiefs kind of just proved me wrong in a way that I can't really explain. But I'm going to do my best in the video. Now, the one thing I am really shocked about was this game specifically. They did not have Chris Jones. I thought they were going to have a little bit of a tough time really creating pressure on Russell Wilson and forcing bad decisions. But man, like I said before, I was wrong, and I told you guys, if we got enough likes in the last video, I was going to post a part 2, and let's actually just jump right into it. So right here, we're going to get a 5-man scat protection to the left. Now what that means, right, again, 5-man scat protection to the left, is we're going to have a slide side, and we're going to have a man side for the offensive line. So we're going to slide left, we're going to man-to-man right, we're going to motion in the running back, who's just going to end up running a wheel back out to the outside. We're going to see kind of a cross row over the middle. We're going to get another like seam route here, and then we're going to get like a quick out, right? We're using George Pickens at the bottom as a little bit of a distraction here. So let's actually watch this play develop. Now, I do want to point out the fact that the Steelers are a very yes-no read type of offense. Now, what a yes-no read offense is basically where you see press man coverage or one high safety, right? And you decide, okay, we're throwing this football no matter what. Now, what the Chiefs did to combat that was send a guy like Justin Reed here down low. It looks like he's going to shadow George Pickens, but in actuality, he's just going to drop back. He's going to read the quarterback's eyes, and he's going to make a play on the football, right? Now, for the majority of quarterbacks in the NFL, whenever you're in a zone, all you have to do is read the quarterback's eyes, and they'll tell you where they want to go with the football. So right here, he quickly looked at George Pickens, saw that the route wasn't an immediate threat, then looked back at Russell Wilson, and we can see right away, Russell Wilson is staring down Pat Freiermuth over the middle of the field, who's trying to get to this inside seam route, right? Justin Reed reads this perfectly, no pun intended, and ends up jumping it for an interception. This team is different. Not only did they generate so much pressure, not only did they force a lot of bad throws by Russell Wilson, but a big-time interception as well. We're going to break down the entirety of this defensive performance from the Chiefs, something that I knew was good, but even better than I thought it was going to be, man. This Chiefs team is terrifying, and this just proved me even more that this is the best team in football, and I'm done sleeping on them. I'm done doubting them. This team is different. Now, if you guys want a part 2, where we actually go in and break the offense, let me know in the comments and hit that like button. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. All right, here's one of my favorite plays of the day from this front line here of the Kansas City Chiefs. So once again, they're in this 5-man scat protection. So they're going to try to slide the offensive line to this right side with man-to-man to the left. However, we're going to send Nick Bolton to the point of interest, right? Now, what do I mean by that? Let's actually watch this play breakdown, and I'll tell you exactly why this is crucial. So right away, we get pre-snap motion. Now they kind of know this is man-to-man coverage. One high safety as Justin Reed starts to bite up. This is when they get to their yes-no read territory. But watch this, right? As we get that pre-snap motion, Nick Bolton is going to reach the point of attack, right? What that does is prevent them from sliding the line to the right, leaving one-on-ones here, one-on-one here, one-on-one here, and here, right? So now we have 4 one-on-ones, and we're only rushing 4. So boom, we're going to reach the point of attack. We're going to get the center and the running back to commit blocking the linebacker on that second level, who never even blitzes, right? So watch Charles Omenihu. He's going to drive back all the way, once again, to the backside of Russell Wilson, forcing him to, once again, spin outside the pocket. And now here comes George Karlaftis, man, unbelievable play, ends up going down as a sack, and this defense, so smart, so creative, and they do it consistently, and they don't even have Chris Jones. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit hyped up, but I am mad at myself, honestly, mad at myself, because I just slept on this team for way too long, and I need to understand that when you have a good coach like Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo and all of these guys here, you're going to win a lot of football games. And that's on top of the fact that you have Patrick Mahomes. This team is different, man. This team is different. Real quickly, honestly, before we break down any further of the video, do me a quick favor. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you want the offensive breakdown. If we get, let's just say 500 likes. You guys have been killing it, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Chiefs Kingdom, you guys are amazing. More Chiefs videos are coming, so subscribe to the channel. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. And if 2, 3, 4 weeks go by and you're like, you know what, I don't really want the film breakdown, you guys can easily just unsubscribe, right? But like I said, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Chiefs throughout the entirety of the season, which means offense, defense, individual player breakdown for almost every single game, including the playoffs. And on top of that, we will be covering the offseason as well. So any signings that take place, any trades, the draft. More Chiefs videos coming, man. We got you guys covered. Let's get back into some more film. All right, another genius play here by the Kansas City Chiefs, man. This is one I love. So first thing we notice about this play is the Steelers are in 12 personnel. All right, if you guys don't understand personnel, you can have 11, you can have 21, you can have 22, right? You can have 13, right? All these numbers, if they don't mean anything to you right now, they will. So the first number is always going to represent the amount of running backs in the backfield, and the second number, whether it's 2, 1, 1, 3, that will always represent the amount of tight ends on the field. So you've got 1, you've got 2, they're in 12 personnel, and this Steelers team, they like to run the ball or build off play action, but when they're losing in games, you're going to see a lot more play action than you're not, right? So right here, we're going to see a little bit of play action here to the running back. Now, the offensive line is in a full slide to the right, okay? So basically, what that means is now you are setting on the man side, which is the opposite side. This man side is only going to be armed by these tight ends, okay? So you have Darnell Washington at the top, and then you have this crackback tight end who is responsible for this man side. So whoever comes over here, he's responsible, right? And if there's only one guy, you send the double, right? So boom, play action fake. Again, we're going to reach the point of attack. We're going to get to the spot where 81 says, I need to block here. But then, instead of that, he's just going to drop back into coverage, leaving Mike Dana one-on-one versus a tight end. That is disrespectful. If you're going to put a tight end on Mike Dana, your day is going to be over quicker than it's not, right? So again, one-on-one, he's going to explode out to the outside, just use that arm straight, get to the quarterback, and get a massive sack. I'm telling you right now, this team is different. All right, here's another very interesting play. Once again, we're going to get a 5-man scat protection from the offensive line. So we're going to actually slide to the right. Now, usually when Chris Jones is in the lineup, you would see them, slide every single time to Chris Jones' side. But instead, they kind of switched it up in this game because they don't think they really need to double team anyone specifically. So they're just going to slide the offensive line. Now, in terms of route concepts, we're going to see a quick little stick route here. We're going to see a fade by Najee. We're going to see basically an in-breaking route there. And then a quick stick there, and then basically just a comeback route towards the outside. Now, we're going to notice very quickly, we got a cover one robber look, all right? So basically what that means is you got a midfield close safety, you got a mid-read linebacker, but his responsibility is to kind of shadow George Pickens because this is kind of viewed as a mismatch. They wanted to hide it as a zone look, but it is man-to-man coverage. You'll notice very quickly these guys are going to follow these routes, right? So we got man-to-man coverage shadowed by a mid-read linebacker who ultimately looks back at Russell Wilson, gets back over the middle of the field, and Mike Dan is able to draw this pressure from the backside, from that blind side, right? Now, you're going to notice right here, we have this route. This looks like it's open. If you put it on the money, it could be a good pickup. But since he is able to feel that pressure off the backside, he kind of panics. He's going to spin out, trip up on his offensive lineman, lose the ball, fumble on third down, right? I don't know why that's still on the screen. But still, this defensive line did such a good job, and I want to watch it from the other angle here as we watch Mike Dana just do an incredible job generating pressure, right? He's going to get to the outside. He's going to use his weak arm to push back, and he's going to drive this guy back a couple of yards into that backside of Russell Wilson. He's going to get tripped up as he spins. He's going to lose the ball and potentially a big turnover. I believe they end up getting it back. But ultimately a big stop. Right, another big time play here by the defensive line. Now again, if you guys want me to go in and break down more of the secondary like Jaden Hicks or anybody, right, the secondary, let me know in the comments down below. I just specifically wanted to do their ability to rush the quarterback in this game, and trust me, there's still so much more to break down. I just don't want this to be a 12 to 15 minute long video, which probably will be anyway, right? So if you want part 2, let me know in the comments exactly what you guys want to see. Now, once again, we're going to show blitz here with our linebackers. We're going to make them think that we're coming, right? We're going to make them keep this running back in as long as possible before we drop back into coverage. And what we're going to notice right away, they're going to slide to the right. All right, so we got basically 3-4 guys here covering just 2 over the middle, leaving one-on-ones to the outside. And again, what is one thing we love if we're a defensive line? We love one-on-ones. Look at George Karlaftis, right? He's going to initiate contact. He's going to get to the outside and use the right arm to hook under, rip through, and then use the speed and the leg strength to drive through his arms, get around the edge, and force an incompletion. Now, this could have been a pick. This could have been a forced fumble. This could have been a sack. Again, man, this defense is relentless. Relentless. And I honestly thought the Steelers were going to play well and make this a close game and maybe win it right at the end. But they weren't even close, man. This defense was... I mean, we're talking about the Steelers having the best defense in football. I don't know, man. In this game, I feel like the Chiefs kind of showcased. Without Chris Jones, they still have a dominant defense. This is a crazy play, though. Look at George Karlaftis ripping through, getting to the quarterback. I mean, that is so close to a forced fumble, right? That ball's in the air for a while, too, man. Let's go. All right, last play will break down here. I promised that, you know, I'll make this a little bit better a video, get you some more plays here. And this is another one, right? So we're going to get a handoff to the running back up the middle, right? Watch Mike Dana. So he's going to initially act like he's going to swivel to the outside, but immediately break back inwards. They're going to have a crackback tight end over here trying to initiate a double team on Mike Dana, but watch how this ends up panning out. And again, watch the little head swivel, boom, right? Fakes to the right, gets over to the left quickly. He's going to initiate contact and kind of use that lower body strength to rip through it, get through the tight end as well, and now into the backfield. Loss of 1 yard. Unbelievable job. Mike Dana was everywhere in this game. And, dude, I honestly don't know what to say at this point. I was so wrong about this team, and I apologize, Chiefs Kingdom. I'm done. I'm done sleeping on them. And maybe you guys want me to sleep on them, because being an underdog as a back-to-back champion is crazy. It is crazy. And I'm just stupid. At this point, let me just stop. Now, if you guys want more breakdown videos, I can do that for you. But there's a lot to break down. You guys want more pass rush? You want secondary play? Do you want the offense? Let me know what you guys want to see in the comments down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next update. Should be very, very soon, maybe even tomorrow. Peace.